A new year and cautious optimism that 2011 will be a better year for your money. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Your Bottom Line. I'm Christine Romans. No, the much anticipated recovery in real estate isn't here yet. Yes, the unemployment rate is still too high, but chew over these 5 reasons to feel better about your bottom line right now. Number 1, the debt purge continues. Throughout 2010, Americans shed all kinds of debt except for student loan debt. And as that debt load lightens, so does a family's financial flexibility get better. Number 2, low interest rates. The Federal Reserve is working hard to stimulate the economy. That means first-time home buyers have a rare convergence of super low interest rates and depressed home prices. Number 3, all signs point to banks finally lending more money this year. Yes, banks lending more money, and that in turn could mean more jobs. Number 4, the mass layoffs, folks, are over. Doesn't feel like it, but the economy created almost 1 million new jobs last year. This year, the wait to find a job will probably get a little shorter for people newly laid off. And finally, number 5, if you have a job, this may be your year to move up at work. Studies show job satisfaction is low, and the majority of workers are on the hunt for a new job. In fact, according to one survey, 84% of employees say they're going to, at the very least, poke around for a new job this year. Wow. Ryan Mack and Paul Sullivan are both authors of brand new books. Ryan's first book, Living in the Village, will be available later this month. Already on shelves is Paul's The Clutch. And joining us from San Francisco is Charles Purdy, a senior editor for Monster Hot Jobs. Charles, if you have a job, you're looking for a new one, you need to kind of keep it quiet. If you're one of those 84%, you got to keep it quiet at the office. That you don't want to lose a job you've got, right?
Absolutely. You want a balance between protecting yourself and doing what's right by your current employer. So yes, keep it quiet, but at the same time, doing the right thing by your current employer means not using company time, company resources on your job search. So schedule those interviews before work, after work if possible, or take some PTO. Doing things bad by your employer could really damage your reputation in an increasingly interconnected world. That can be dangerous.
But Charles, I mean, are you seeing this? Are you hearing this? That people are ready to jump ship. They want to move. They feel like they've been stuck for 2 years and they're ready to go.
Absolutely, and people are feeling much more optimistic this year. They're sensing that the employment market is getting better, and they're feeling more hopeful. So people who maybe have been stuck in jobs where they're not satisfied or they feel like there's no opportunities are really preparing now or thinking about not settling anymore for these jobs where they're not happy.
Paul Sullivan, your book Clutch is about how some people succeed, some people don't, some people choke, some people can succeed, get through the clutch. When you're looking for a job, how does that resonate?
It's the ultimate pressure situation. I mean, because you go in there and you have to sell yourself. Right. And I mean, this number is staggering. This 84% of people think or they're going to start looking for a new job. I mean, that makes me worry about 3 of the reasons that people choke under pressure. They don't accept responsibility for what's going on. They're overconfident and they overthink their value to an organization. Those last 2 could really hurt people if they stroll in there and think, look, I've been in a crummy job for the past 2 years. I haven't gotten a raise. I deserve a new job. Well, people may think, no, there's still close to 10% unemployment. You can hire a lot of people very cheaply right now.
Are those 84% delusional?
They could be.
If they think, look, me and 83% of the other people think that we're going to get this new job.
Absolutely. It's wonderful optimism, and I applaud it, and I hope they succeed. But I think they have to be very careful going into that interview because the employer has a lot of choices. And I've found that people who are great under pressure, the 5 traits that they exhibit, 2 are very relevant here. They're adaptable and they're present in the moment. What does that mean? Well, if they're adaptable and they go in there and they think they have 30 minutes to make their pitch, 30 minutes to do the interview, and the hiring manager says, look, I got to go to lunch. I only got 15. They've got to adapt in a second and say, okay, in 15 minutes, this is why you should hire me. This is why I'm relevant. And being present is important because it keeps you focused just on that job interview. You don't want to go in there and tell somebody all the great things you've done in the past. You want to tell them what you can do, what skills you have, and how they can help that company. And then maybe you will get hired. Maybe you'll be one of that 84%.
And Ryan, in your book, you have some great some great cases of people who have started their own business in a downturn. Is this a time for people to think about starting your own business?
I mean, definitely in the book, we like to highlight those individuals that are positive. I mean, we've had individuals like a Damon Jenkins who was able to, coming fresh out of prison, starting his own construction company. And essentially, he was able to do it by just using the resources right in his own community. We walked him down to the bank, walked him to Inc. Now, purchased his LLC. He got his license. He got his constructions license. Now he's getting from a felony to unemployed to now his own construction company hiring 20 other people. You know, some people say, what's the best way to give back? And it's great to be a mentor and it's great to be a tutor, and I do all those things as well. But one of the best ways to give back is to start your own company and hire somebody. 60 to 80% of all new hires are going to come from small businesses. So if you have a small business idea, you know, a lot of the ideas that we have, the most successful ideas, are found in the graveyard. We're never going to be able to see them. So we want to make sure that this economy moving forward, individuals are maximizing their skills, their talents, to put some things out on paper, starting their own companies, and building for a better future for America. I don't look at companies like a Microsoft. These companies, I look at a Microsoft, there's 60,000 jobs that people are now working and employing themselves. And that's what the beautiful part about capitalism, without the greed, though. Benevolent, great, but ungreedy capitalism is the best thing that we can do for this society.
Charles, at the end of the day, you say you've got to be the solution to an employer's problem. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think a mistake some people make going into job interviews is presenting themselves as a series of past accomplishments. It's much wiser to approach a job interview as a chance to present yourself as a solution. Employers create jobs or fill jobs because they have problems to solve. It's up to you to analyze what those problems are by analyzing the job ad or by just using what you know about the company and the industry, and present yourself as someone who is ready and equipped to solve the problems that the open job indicates.
All right, Charles Purdy, Monster Hot Jobs, thank you so much. Also, Paul Sullivan, fascinating, great new book, Clutch, available on newsstands right now. And Ryan Mack, his book, Living in a Village, will be available quite soon. Thanks, guys. Happy birthday, boomers. 10,000 baby boomers every single day will turn 65 years old this year, a pattern that will continue for the next 2 decades. And guess what? They're not ready for retirement. Now, before you feel sorry for the boomers, should you blame them?